don't be sleepy, we're getting ready, rain or shine. Shake your hand, spin around it, Action Stations, Bible time. Action Stations, Bible time.
Hello boys and girls. Hello boys and girls. My name's David and I'm Maynard. Hello Maynard. Hello David. What are we going to do today, Maynard? Well, this is Action Stations Bible Time. Action Stations Bible Time. It's assembly time and we're going to look at something that the Bible tells us about Jesus. Yeah, great. And today the theme is Jesus is great. He's a great teacher. Yeah, Jesus is great. And one of the ways he's great is that he's a great teacher. And that's what we're going to find out about with our Bible story this morning. Yeah, great. Hello, I am Bossy Teacher, and my job here is to ask you just to do what you're told, please. To behave yourself, to sit there nicely and listen very carefully, and join in when you are allowed to join in, and don't join in when you're not allowed to join in. And if your teacher asks you to do something, do it, please. Thank you very much, and I'm sure you'll have a lovely time. Thank you for joining us. So Maynard, what's this Bible passage we're looking at? It comes from a book called Mark in the Bible. A book called Mark in the Bible, yeah. And Jesus tells a story to people. Jesus tells a story? Yeah, it's a great story. It's about a farmer and seeds and places where the seeds go. Ah, so what should we look out for as we listen to the story? Well, look out for the different places the seeds fall, the different places that the seeds fall. Yeah, because they're all different and different things happen. Ah, so the seed is being thrown by the farmer and it falls in different places and different things happen. That's the story, David. Have a listen.
Again, Jesus began to teach beside Lake Galilee. The crowd that gathered round him was so large that he got into a boat and sat in it. The boat was out in the water, and the crowd stood on the shore at the water's edge. He used parables to teach them many things, saying to them, "Listen, once there was a man who went out to sow corn. As he scattered the seed in the field, some of it fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some of it fell on rocky ground, where there was little soil. The seeds soon sprouted because the soil wasn't deep. Then, when the sun came up, it burnt the young plants, and because the roots had not grown deep enough, the plants soon dried up. Some of the seed fell among thorn bushes, which grew up and choked the plants, and they didn't produce any corn. But some seeds fell in good soil, and the plants sprouted, grew and produced corn. Some had 30 grains, others 60, and others 100. And Jesus concluded, "Listen then, if you have ears."
So let's have a little think about that story. I've got it here in my Bible. And Jesus is telling the story to a great big crowd. It's such a big crowd that he's got to sit in a boat and set out a little bit into the water. Maybe you've been to a beach and you've seen the sea. And you can imagine someone in a little boat sitting just a little way into the sea in the boat. And that way they can see all the people. And if he talks with a very loud voice, people can hear. And this is what Jesus is doing. And his story has got 4 different places that the seed falls, that the farmer throws. And they're not all very good. In fact, only the last place where the seed is a good place for it to go. So did you notice the seed fell on the path and the bird picked it up? And the seed fell on rocky ground and it didn't get enough water to grow. So when it grew up, it just fell over. And then some seed fell on thorny ground and with weeds all around, and the weeds grew up. And so the nice plants couldn't grow because the weeds were there. And the last seed, the last place it fell, the 4th place, that was good. It was good soil. Do you grow plants at home? Or have you grown plants maybe at school? And you have lovely soil. Maybe you buy it from a garden centre. It comes in a big bag and it's all nice dark soil. It's very nice when you feel it with your hands. It might even smell quite nice as well. And if you plant seeds in that lovely kind of soil, they grow really well. And that's the kind of seed soil that the last seeds fell in. Well, I wonder if you can remember some of the things from the story. We're going to play Pictionary. Over here, I'm going to do a drawing, or a drawing will appear, and you've got to try and work out what you think it is. Okay, are you ready? Here's the first one. What do you think? Any ideas? Well, I think it's supposed to be a bird, yes? Because in Jesus' story, the seed that fell on the path, the birds came and picked it up. Okay, here's the second one. What do you think that looks like? And remember, it's something in the story. So if you said mountains, it probably does look a bit like mountains. That's not in the story. So what do you think in the story? Do you remember the second place that the seed fell? It fell on rocky ground. There you are. That's rocky ground in that picture. Okay, ready for another one? Great, here we go. What do you think that is? Maybe the colour. What do you think? It's, isn't it? It's a plant with thorns. And that's where the third place that the seed fell, amongst thorny plants. And the thorny plants were like weeds. And because of that, the nice plants couldn't grow. So, one more picture. Let's see what the last picture is. See if you can get this. What do you think that is? It's a bit obvious, yes? Ears, or an ear. It's an ear. Why an ear? Well, right at the end of the story, Jesus says, "He who has ears to hear, let him hear." And it's a little way of saying that actually Jesus' story isn't just a story about seeds and things. He's using his story to help people understand more about God. That's quite complicated, so we won't worry too much about it. But Jesus was a great storyteller, and through that, he was a great teacher. And he taught people lots of things about God. Well, we're going to listen to a song now. Maybe you're allowed to sing. I'm not sure. You might not be allowed to. But you can certainly do actions. And you'll see me doing some actions with this song. Join in with doing these actions as we have the song.
On the rock, rock, rock. On the rock, rock, rock. On the rock, rock, rock. Let's build on the rock. Jesus' words are great, so we just can't wait to hear some more today. The Bible tells us what he says. On the rock, rock, rock. On the rock, rock, rock. On the rock, rock, rock. Let's build on the rock. Don't be like the man who built his house on sand. That's like someone who hears Jesus' word but doesn't do. On the rock, rock, rock. On the rock, rock, rock. On the rock, rock, rock. Let's build on the rock. Let's be like the man who built on rock, not sand. What does Jesus say? Let's believe and go his way. On the rock, rock, rock. On the rock, rock, rock. On the rock, rock, rock. Let's build on the rock.
Hello again, Maynard. Hello, David. Hello, boys and girls. So, that's a great story about the seed and the different places it fell, David. Yeah, all about the seed and the places it fell. But Jesus wasn't just telling a fun story. He wanted people to think about whether they would listen to his teaching and what they did with it. Yeah, he was a great teacher, David. That's one of the ways Jesus is great. Yep. So, hope you've enjoyed yourself, boys and girls, and we'll see you again for another Action Stations Bible Time. Bye!
Action Stations Bible Time.